Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. It is time to start taking a look at some of the updated future odds in the NFL now that the draft is long over and OTAs are starting to commence across the country. And LVH Sportsbook in Las Vegas released their divisional future odds, so it's prompting us here at SBR Forum to take a reset look at all the future odds, Super Bowl, conference, and division here for all 32 teams in the NFL. And we're on one of the bigger underdogs this season, the Oakland Raiders, who have a Super Bowl price right now of 200 to 1 or plus 20,000 to win the Super Bowl this season. They are, according to LVH, the biggest underdog this season, but even though they probably will be a little bit better than the 4-12 record from a season ago, not really expecting too much from the Oakland Raiders. It would just be simply suicide to bet them in any sort of future odds wager, I think, this season. But they do have a little bit of upside, I think, on the defensive end, especially this year. And they've had a couple of great additions, I think, this offseason. They've lost some guys as well. They lost some key pieces like Lamar Houston is gone, Jared Veldheer is gone, but they did add some guys like Lamar Woodley, Antonio Smith, Justin Tuck to that defensive line. Also added Carlos Rogers, who should be a great addition to that secondary team that gave up a lot of yards passing last season. And on offense, I think they also should have a little bit of upside as well. Adding James Jones to Denarius Moore should be pretty good, and adding MJD to go along with Darren McFadden, if those two guys can stay healthy, should be a pretty solid 1-2 punch for them. But the big question mark, obviously, for the Oakland Raiders is their quarterback position. It's one of the reasons why they're an AFC price of plus 9,000 right now, with drafting of Derek Carr and bringing in Matt Schaub as well. Those two guys look to be fighting it out for the starting quarterback position in Oakland this season, but not a whole lot of upside from either one of those guys. Carr, obviously a rookie, might struggle as well, despite having some pretty good options at his disposal. Matt Schaub, obviously not much upside either, coming off of that season with the Texans. Probably could be pretty solid, but not the guy you're looking for to lead this job long term. But looking at the Raiders overall at plus 2,500 to win the AFC West, with the other three teams in that division who were all winning football teams and all made the playoffs in the AFC, not really a whole lot of value surrounding them at this current point in time. If their QB situation is solved, they might actually hold a little bit of value against the spread once the season rolls around, because I do think their defense is going to be much better than it was last year. Should have a pretty solid running game and passing game as well with the guys they brought in too, but not really looking for them to be any sort of future odds value in 2014. So that'll do it for the Oakland Raiders. Make sure you check out all my other updates on the future odds for the other 31 teams in the league. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.